everybody, we're back again with another AMA, this time with Soldier nodes, or maybe we should be calling them Soldier Protocol, and we'll find that out here in a little bit. We're really excited to have them on. There has been a lot of changes in the Soldier platform and everything, especially almost in the last 24 hours, and we're here to get the answers, ask the questions. But first, as always, we have to let you know that the information that we're providing today is for you to do your own research, gather your own information. None of it is to be considered financial advice. We're here just to ask those questions, especially the questions that our community and the Cryptonaires have asked us to pass on to the team. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome the Colonel and General from Soldier. And if you guys want to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the protocol.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Can I introduce us?
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
So first, we'll make things simple. Basically, we are the core team is full of students. Basically, we were not professionals when we started the project. I mean, we still are not, but we were less professional at the beginning, of course. And the thing is that we met an unexpected success, basically. Like, we didn't plan to launch, to build such a huge multi-million-dollar worth project. But now, some of the team members were just Burger King employees or just Uber Eats.
Yes, I'm a Uber Eats deliverer.
Yeah. So now that we have the chance to make some income with this product, we hired a lot of professionals and more experienced people like devs and communication professionals, managers, and mod and stuff. So, and what I want to add is also the fact that as we're students, we don't have like credit issues, loans. We don't have we don't have kids, no big responsibilities in our lives. We chose to fail our exams just for the project, you know. Yeah, that I want to be honest with you.
It may not have been a bad thing. I don't know if those exams are gonna make you multi-million-dollar projects.
Yeah, we had to make a choice. Then
yes,
we just said, well, let's go. And as we're all passionate about DeFi and crypto and blockchain, the choice was simple in our heads. So now we work in 24/7 on a Soldier, and we simply bet our life on this.
It's one thing to bet on yourselves, right?
Yeah.
C'est quoi? Il a dit quoi? J'ai pas compris.
Oh, could you repeat the question for the Colonel, please?
Yeah, it's most definitely one of those things to bet on yourselves, and that's what it sounds like you guys have done. And then I don't know if you want to just explain how we're going to go forward. And there's sometimes where the Colonel needs help with translation because of the language difference. If you wanted to let everyone know that you're going to, sometimes you're going back and forth and translating for us.
Yeah. So when I speak French, basically, it's just for translation purposes. Yeah. If I speak French sometimes.
Right. Awesome. So, all right, guys. So can you tell us about Soldier nodes? What it is? We know that you're students. We know that you guys are betting on yourselves. You have made, at this point, a good product. And tell us about what Soldier nodes are, or maybe we should call you Soldier Protocol, and where you got the inspiration from, moving forward.
Okay, Enzo, je te fais les trois gros points.
Yeah, so he will tell me the 3 main points in French, and I'll translate them.
En gros, du coup, Soldier Nodes est une grosse communauté. On aime la direction artistique et on aime les DApes et les différents protocoles. Et du coup, on veut continuer à proposer différents protocoles avec cette communauté et cette direction artistique.
All right. So basically, we were lucky to have such a huge community, a very supportive community behind us. and that's the first thing that motivated us to go forward, basically. Then we have basically good graphic designers that made we have good art. How can I say, our brand image? We want to make our brand image strong with good visuals and good aesthetic, and we didn't want to waste this, even though the projects, even though the mistakes we made, we just wanted to go forward. We just wanted to keep the project going, basically. And the last thing is, as I said, we're passionate, and we just simply don't want to stop to a simple nodes protocol. We want to make more. We want to create. So Soldier Protocol is basically what we plan to make. It's we aim to make it as a big DeFi structure with professionals, with many devs, artists, mods, community managers, and basically Soldier Protocol is our how we will centralize our projects. We plan to make more
like a mothership.
Yeah, absolutely. And in one of your first Medium articles, you guys talked about gathering inspiration from projects like Ring and Strong. Are you, and don't have to answer obviously, but are you guys both in projects like that, or did you just kind of look at their model and decide to do something with Soldier Protocol that was similar?
Okay, when we have the Ring and Strong protocol, we think it's very interesting ideas, the tokenomics functionment, but we are so unhappy because nodes aren't NFTs, and if nodes are NFTs, you are free to sell, to change, to buy, and we want we have to want to make our protocols with nodes or NFTs, for people are free to manage her nodes like he wants.
Yeah, so to make things clearer, that's what we wanted to say is, first the team devs noticed that Tor and Ring had great tokenomics, and they were innovative in their way, and devs were just really inspired by them, and they just thought that having nodes as NFTs would be better for the user. It would lead to many possibilities like play to earn and stuff. So the devs basically. So I'm not one of the devs. I'm just a community manager in the mod. But what devs wanted is just to take what Ring and Thor made, but make it better.
And I didn't devs. I'm just like touch some smart contracts, but I'm not a professional developer.
Yeah, we got other professional developers. The Colonel helped them in at some points, but he does other stuff like management.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so I know you guys are students. And I don't want to put the cart before the horse on. There's a ton of other questions that we could follow up on, based on that answer. But how did your team come together? Do you guys all know each other? You go to the same school? Did you meet each other in, chat rooms, or how did you guys come together?
Tu peux traduire, s'il te plaît?
Yeah. Il voulait dire simplement je vais dire comment on s'est rencontrés, et je vais dire du coup, on n'est pas dans la même école, etc. T'inquiète pas. Enfin, c'est l'histoire. So so to be honest, we don't know each other IRL. Some early members of the team met each other on some Telegram groups like months ago, earlier this year. Some members of the team know each other, and that's how we connected. At first we were just we were just crypto friends basically, and then little by little the team grew. We met other people online, and then the project launched basically. But at first we didn't know each other in real life. We were just some French students, crypto friends.
Yes, and during the confinement, we make the
lockdown
gaming together. We make a Discord group together. We speak. we love.
Yeah, so during the French lockdown, we had time to make a Discord group, and in this Discord group, we simply talked every day. We shared some calls, some ideas, but nothing too serious until we
Yes,
had the idea to make a protocol.
just for share passion about DeFi and our gems, and after we have decided to launch this project for have fun, and it's very very big now.
I'm sure you're having fun now.
Yeah,
Oh yes,
we are
yes, a lot.
definitely. Even though
Yeah.
we don't sleep that much, we are having fun definitely.
Yes, but it's very very stressful, very embarrassed, but it's a very good experience.
Oh yeah. Sometimes the pressure and stress can be huge, but we still manage to go through it and to move forward.
Yeah, and absolutely. And again, I'm going to ask this a little bit later on, but I'm sure your stress and the pressure was very high yesterday with your announcement, with the change in the reward structure. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. I do have a question, or I am wondering: are you guys doxed to each other, and are you doxed to the community, or will you dox yourselves to the community?
Okay. For now, we have a family, we have a friend, and didn't have security, online security, and we didn't to make a full docs because, like you can see in the tweet, we have won 300.
Attends, au pire, dis en français, je traduis.
Ok, donc
So
on a
in
gagné
French,
350,
you know what
on a
to
gagné
say.
beaucoup d'argent, et comme on a gagné beaucoup d'argent, ça peut attirer des mauvaises personnes. En fait. Du coup,
Ouais.
on se doxera un jour, mais quand on sera indépendant, qu'on sera plus chez nos parents, etc.
Okay. So what he wants to say is, no, we did not plan at first to fully dox ourselves because as the project is worth several $1 million, we did not want to be threatened and our family being threatened. That's why we at least wanted to be clear on who we were, students, French people, etc. But not more. We didn't want to say more about us for safety issues, you know. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's just because we know that in France, especially, some people are really could be really jealous, or money is a serious topic in France, and yeah, it was just for safety issues.
Yeah,
And we live, yes, okay, we live in the parents' house, and he's the
Yeah, most of us still live at our parents' home. That's why also.
And that's not a bad thing if you're when building a multi-million-dollar business. I'll tell you that, right?
Yeah.
But you know, you can go on the Discord channel, Soldiers Node, and we are talking in French with French people, in English with French people, like one time per days.
Yeah, what he wanted to say is that several times per week we just hop on the voice chat on our Discord to speak freely with the community, both in French and English.
Speak about all of you want.
Yeah, so it's freedom of speech. Basically, you can say whatever you want. We speak about whatever subject you guys want. It can be other things than our projects. Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you this: if you hit a hot topic for me, or I would say that I believe wholeheartedly in freedom of speech, and that's really awesome that you guys hold those, because it's important to the community, and it's important to, I think, society in general to be able to be able to speak freely.
That's why, I don't know if you noticed, but during the early days of the project, when we just launched, I made sure that on the general chat everyone could speak however they wanted. I insisted on freedom of speech, especially on our server and for our community. Like, that's one of the basic principles I want to set.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a double-edged. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, though, with trying to build a brand and having a community that, especially we find on the internet, that people are a little more willing to maybe be unkind to one another,
Yeah,
or
sure.
or say things that they probably wouldn't say if the other person was standing in front of them. So I do see a double-edged sword there, and it is a fine line. But yeah, I also agree with you. I don't like to take away the ability of people to speak freely. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
So you guys are obviously students, and you touched on this earlier. You're bringing on more experienced and professional members to the staff. Do you have anybody that or do you have anyone that you recently brought on that you can kind of see what they're doing? Or are you guys looking for more individuals, or how does that work for you guys?
So
Yeah.
I will answer
Tu
in
peux
two
traduire vite
parts.
fait?
Ok, en gros, il demande qui on a recruté et est-ce qu'on prévoit de recruter d'autres gens. Je vais répondre, t'inquiète pas.
Ah oui, oui, vas-y.
So
Yes, a lot.
I will answer in two parts. First part is yes, we have hired several experienced people and professionals. They are currently mostly moderators and help us with management and leadership. Because as students, we our daily life is already pretty filled, and we wanted to make sure that things were clear between the team, that informations went through easily, and that everyone could communicate among the team. And so we have hired a lot of people, and we plan. So that's the second part of the answer. We plan to hire more people. That's why we made a Google form. I don't know if you saw the Google form on Medium or on our Discord. Yeah, we plan to we welcome people that think that they have some skills that they could bring to the project. So
I just want. Oh, vas-y,
Yeah.
vas-y.
No,
Non, vas-y.
Yeah, so the Google form is made especially for that. So if people want to collaborate with us or to become partners with us, they can just fill the Google form out, and we'll have a meeting with them.
Awesome.
Basically.
And I've just finished for develops the side development side. I've take one friend. We are professional developers in front and back, front end and back end. And it's like since today he work on the Soldiers Node website for fix issue and make that in React.js for we have a better network website.
No.
And I'm in discussion with the Solidity developers for help us to fix our contract and write a better contract with.
Yeah. So we hired the professional developers also, and we plan to.
We have need that.
Yeah, like the website is made by with Vue.js for now, but we plan to make it on React, and we have a very, very skilled developer for that. So he will do the front end side a lot, and we also have another we are in contact with a Solidity dev, who is also very skilled to help us with making internal audits and to help us fixing the contracts issues.
Awesome. And the that was one of my questions later on, is to talk about the user interface as far as the site is concerned. I know that we have talked privately about certain things that have come up, and they seem to have been fixed now. And then you guys are building out your site. So I think that's going to be really good for your project, because right now it's just basically it's just the app portion of the site and not necessarily any type of information. So I think that building out that information and building out the site for people to learn about the project is going to be a very wise decision.
Yeah, I understand.
So with that being said, you guys are attempting to transition, or will be transitioning to a play to earn style game, using your soldiers and your armies as NFTs. I think one of the biggest things that could help the community, and I know you've done it in your Medium articles as you've updated different versions, and that you're saying, hey, this is what's coming next. Is there a roadmap that people can find to say, okay, quarter one of 2022, these are the plans. Quarter two, 2022, these are the plans. Because I think with, for example, the announcement yesterday when there was going to be a change in the reward structure and a migration of the armies, it kind of set the community on fire, if you will. And obviously with the announcements, when just putting them out there with nothing,
No context.
no context and no understanding of, oh, this was supposed to happen or this is going to happen. It definitely, as you know, in the crypto world, can turn a community against you. So is there plans for creating a roadmap so everyone can understand when the play to earn games are going to start becoming active, how the reward mechanisms are going to,
Est-ce que tu peux me traduire vite fait?
En gros, il demande donc pour la communauté. Hier, il y a eu un problème. Tu vois, par exemple, quand on a annoncé les rewards qui ont été réduites, ça. En fait, vu qu'on n'a pas mis de contexte au truc, la communauté est du coup mécontente, vu qu'on ne communique pas assez. Du coup, mais je peux répondre si tu veux.
Tu dis du coup on a mal fait la tokenomics, que du coup on a des problèmes de supply actuellement, que c'est une décision qu'on est obligé de faire et que on a notre grosse erreur du coup c'était de pas avoir communiqué tôt là-dessus. On a bien compris. on a bien stressé, on a bien compris.
Okay, so yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Our the main issue we had with our project is our I think badly designed tokenomics. I mean, we proposed rewards that were too big for supply, you know, and now we are fixed supply. Then the project couldn't last for at this pace. The project couldn't last for more than 5 to 6 days. That is why we had it was necessary. We had to reduce rewards in some way, and at first we thought about the halving. And when we first proposed that on the Discord, people were really angry because we understand that most of the people are here for the passive rewards. Yeah. Not for the play to earn. So most of the people, if I'm not mistaken, are here for the passive income.
Yep.
So we understood that, and then we thought about a new method, a new mechanism for the rewards, and then we added it on our Medium, our patch notes for v2.1. The biggest mistake we made is the communication, the lack of communication with the community. And we clearly felt that. So apologies again for that. The biggest issue we made is to not communicate enough with the community. And so when people saw the patch note, they saw the reward reduction system, with tiers. Like if between the first and the 10th node, you get that much reward and stuff. And people said, yeah, so with this method, you are basically ruining early investors. And we thought, yeah, that's true, but what else can we do? Then we made a Twitter poll. And again, people were like, Twitter is not the best place to make votes. You guys should use a Snapshot. And yes, it is true. It is definitely true. We should have used Snapshot. But one thing again that we are lacking of is time. Because as I said, with our previous reward system, the project couldn't last for the next 5 days, and we had very little time to make changes. So we made the Twitter poll. People voted. The majority voted for the 50% reduction. And yesterday, when at midnight, UTC +1, when we made the v2.1 update, the 50% reduction took effect. And again, we made the same mistake. to not communicate enough about this. So people were just wondering why were their rewards cut in half, etc., etc. So that is why we hired professionals regarding communication, because it's just simply too much work for a small team like us. Even though we hired people, like
Right.
it's just really hard to keep up with everything, to communicate with everything, to make changes at the right time, on the right things. And even though we try our best, we know that we still make mistakes sometimes. And again, I wanted to apologize for this. And yeah,
And if someone will see this video and want to become a community manager, he can make the Google Forms on our website, and
yeah.
we have
Yeah,
need
if-
we have need a community manager.
Like,
Well,
if-
I'll say this, guys. You know, two things I want to follow up on just what you guys said before I lose the thought. What you guys have just done is it's huge, in my opinion. And what I mean by that is coming out and saying we made a mistake is an absolute sign of leadership and sincerity to your project and to your community. And if people don't see that and say, wow, these guys are for real, I think that they might be missing out, because it's not easy, as you know, you're probably just saying that now, it's not easy to say, hey, we've made a mistake and we apologize for that. And I can relate to you guys as far as communication and hurdles and bumps in the road with just with the Kryptonaires project itself. And I'll say that we have on our team some very, very talented individuals. If you guys didn't know, we have over 30 people who are contractors with Kryptonaires. We have everything from individuals who can read smart contracts and audit, to people who understand tokenomics, to others who are researching teams such as yourself and learning about the project and bringing it forward. So I would urge you, and I know we have all talks privately on the side, but if you are looking for someone to review the tokenomics, I think that our project would be great to just lean on. And if you wanted to share that information with us, I am almost confident that our team would help you out and look at that.
Yeah, that would be extremely helpful. Actually, yeah.
Si j'ai bien compris, c'est qu'il a dit que des gens peuvent nous aider chez Kryptonaires, c'est ça?
Oui, en gros, ils ont une équipe de personnes compétentes qui peuvent faire de l'audit, qui rédigent des smart contracts, etc. Et donc, Kryptonaires, ils ont des gens skilled people, tu vois, des gens compétents.
Okay.
Voilà.
Oh, very interesting. Thanks.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I just wanted to, will we see a roadmap in the future? Will we see something on the site or in your Discord or on your Twitter of what to expect next, whether it's a week from now, a month from now, next quarter? Will we see that, and is that something you guys are working on?
Okay. Firstly, about the roadmap, we know at this week every day in the project we have a big problems. Every time we have big problems, and the job of the teams is to solve this problem. And it's very difficult to follow a roadmap with these big problems and for her experience. But we want to make roadmaps because it's very clearly document for people for know what we make in the future. But we make roadmap when we are sure about our skill, about our teams, about our delays, and about the speed we can solve problems.
Yeah, the last thing we want is to disappoint people, to deceive them. That's why, as he said, we will obviously publish a roadmap, but this will be when like things are back tested before releasing, when we are sure that there will be pretty much zero issue or bugs.
Yeah, awesome.
because we are learning from our mistakes. Actually, that's why we want to make sure before making a public roadmap, we want to test everything out before releasing them.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be something where it's a specific day that things are going to happen, but giving yourselves Q1 of 2022, the first 3 months you guys are working towards this. If you make your goals realistic and things that that you can solve, you'll be able to reach those milestones within your project. And I do think it gives a lot more clarity to the community, because in all honesty, I think that's what the community is looking for right now. If there's one thing I think the community is looking for, is the clarity of what is exactly Soldier Protocol. We know that you have told us what it is, but how are we going to play the games? And you also brought up the second thing, which was a lot of people more than likely are just in it for the passive income. And that's a question that I'm going to ask here in a little bit. But if we say, hey, Q1 is when we plan on releasing the games, well, that gives you 3 months or 3.5 months to get that done, because I think that is a huge portion of what Soldier is all about. Because just as we discussed, the tokenomics may not be there to sustain a passive income continuously over time, unless there's some mechanism for either some type of loss in playing the game, or spending and then earning through playing the game and passively. So I would really urge you guys to make that a priority, because I think that would help ease some of the stress instead of put more stress on you. Things don't have to be perfect for you to announce them, but if you can announce a 3 or 6 month or 9 month roadmap for what you plan, where you plan to get to, I think that the community would be a lot more understanding, because they know how these projects work and how time consuming they are.
Yeah. Actually, well, with that said, I think you're right. And we'll try to publish a roadmap for the next few months. Yeah, today at least.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't have to come out today. But just as people listen to this AMA and they say, "Oh, they're working on a roadmap," that's a roadmap in itself, right? That's saying, "Hey, okay, they understand what we're looking for in the community, and it's going to come out. And if it comes out today, tomorrow, or 2 weeks from now, or when the website is updated, it's coming out. This is like the first step of the roadmap, in my opinion." Can you discuss with us, though, the concept of the play to earn portion? I know you guys are working on something towards the notorious game of Risk. People, if they've ever played Risk, or they can, I know in one of your Medium articles, you list the wiki link for what Risk is, but can you discuss with us the concept of the play to earn portion of the game? And
okay.
And and I just have one more other thing, just like a two-part. And what, if any, are going to be the reward mechanisms? How is that going to work? Because I think in terms of yesterday's halving, or the announcement of tokenomics and sustainability, I think people would have had a better opportunity, or a more informed vote, if they knew when I play the game in the future, this is how I can earn additional rewards. And that in itself may have changed, actually, potentially, the vote. If people know that, hey, I have 1,000 armies or whatever it is, and I can go continue to conquer, well, I'm going to earn more by conquering than I am passively. I'm going to earn more by actually playing than passively, where maybe if a person with just 1 army or 10 armies knows that there's a person with 1,000 armies out there, that, taking over whatever it is, all of the metaverse, or however your play to earn game is going to be, maybe they just sit back and passively earn. So can you share with us the concept of the play to earn, and if any, what the reward mechanisms are going to be?
Yeah, sure.
Enzo, du coup,
Oui.
il veut parler des 3 jeux qu'on va faire, c'est ça?
Non, il veut parler de comment les play to earn seront faits, les 3 jeux.
Ok.
et comment les gens gagneront des rewards? Comment les gens
Ok.
seront rémunérés?
Alors du coup, là, pour le premier jeu qu'on va faire, le plus rapide, c'est un jeu full smart contract, où c'est la Grande Guerre, tu vois, enfin la World War, où c'est une sorte de loterie où tu vas parier tes armées pour essayer d'en gagner le plus possible. Le deuxième jeu, c'est un jeu où tu vas devoir, avec des NFT, essayer de booster tes armées. Et le troisième jeu, du coup, c'est un risque. Et ce risque, en fait, bah, c'est comme on va essayer de reproduire en smart contract le jeu du risque. Donc à chaque fois, tu vas parier dans chaque jeu tes nodes ou des SLD, suivant les règles qu'on impose. Et donc quand tu gagnes le jeu, tu repars avec les nodes ou les SLD des perdants.
All right. Okay. So we plan to make 3 games. The first one is actually coming really soon. It will be fully built with smart contracts. On the 3 games, people will be earning money depending on if they win or not. They will be able to bet or to play with SLD tokens or nodes depending on how we build things. What I can say already is that if I'm not mistaken, I also have to ask the colonel. So, sur le premier jeu, on gagne, on parie quoi, des SLD ou des...
Des armées, des armées.
Yeah, so on the first game actually, which is releasing pretty soon, people will be able to play with their armies. So that we need armies to play the game. So the second game is...
T'as dit qu'on gagnait des armées ou pas du coup au premier jeu? On parie ces armées.
Yeah, so to have a quick explanation on how the first game will release, even though a Medium article is, we will publish a Medium article in the next couple of hours explaining the first game. The first game will be some kind of lottery, a lottery system where people will be able to bet their armies, and depending on how many armies they placed, they will have more or less chances to win, and they will win basically all the other armies that were placed, minus a certain a 5% burning of armies.
Okay, so if I get this straight, if I wanted to play, I put up 1 army. If I lose, I'm now down 1 army.
Yeah, you are down 1 army, and the winner gets 95% of the total amount of armies that were placed, and 5% will be burned.
Okay, all right.
And for fifth, the participant in the game, we give Hammer coins. Hammer coins are a future utility. We are building on that, but for now it's just a coin without value. Just for the future.
Yeah, so we are on the side. We are making the ammo token. I don't know if you heard of that.
Yep.
So for now, it doesn't have value, but we will. It will be kind of it will be the first reward to players. So people who play the first game will get ammo tokens. But it will have a lot of utility in the future. We will see. And the second game is people will be able to
craft.
Yeah,
NFT
so we will
game.
Exactly. So we'll plan to make utility NFTs, which will pretty much boost the armies. Like each NFT will have a set of additional strength and power and skills and whatever for the NFT for the armies, and this will kind of like, I don't know if you heard about DeFi Kingdom.
Yeah.
So that will be working kind of how it works there. So yeah, people will be able to boost their armies based on with NFTs. Basically, we'll make several tiers of NFTs, several equipments, weapons and stuff, and these will bring value and power and strength and thus rewards for their armies. And the last game is...
Tu le fais ou je le fais?
Vas-y.
Okay. And the last game is a risk-like game. Risk-like game is a game where you start with army and soldiers, and you try to conquer the world with a aleatorial battleship. And in this game, we want to make this full smart contract with all auction or one transaction. and you bet your soldiers and armies. We have a caps, a maximum to bet for not being pay to earn, and his party. You log with your MetaMask and you play versus 2, 3, or 4 player. But this is a very complicated games to raise it, and we can't give a date about the launch of this game. But it's our dream to realize this game, and for little developers, it's very good challenge. You know.
Yeah, and that's perfect. I think that's perfect, guys. You know, with you guys laying out what the games that are in your roadmap, basically, people can understand, especially those who have been in this space before. They know that it takes time to build that stuff out and to develop that. So, knowing that something is coming in the near future, I think that the community would be happy with that. And I do like that final portion when you've talked about the risk like game where it's not going to be a pay to win. If I have 1,000 armies.
Yes, it's because I fix a maximum to bet, and you can participate with a little party with a little caps and a big party with a big caps. You are enter people who have the same unity at the start.
Right, and I think
for equality chance.
Yeah, that's awesome, because there are people who are going to want to play that only can afford one army, and for them to get destroyed in the very beginning is not going to be a fun experience. And I think that's what you guys want to create is more the experience. So the other question we had in our community, outside of the games, the rewards, or there will always be something for those who hold the nodes, if you will. There will always be some type of rewards. Should we expect those rewards to change in the future as the game grows?
Tu peux traduire, s'il te plaît?
Ok, donc est-ce que donc les armées, les nodes, vont toujours produire des rewards, ou alors est-ce qu'on peut s'attendre à un changement des rewards pour les armées?
Yes, nodes are continuity produce a reward. Sure, the reward in the time are diminished. We have a diminution of reward in the time, but we want to use the concept of nodes or NFTs for take advantage on our future project, future games, future DApe, future all of that with this very simple smart contract NFTs.
So basically,
vas-y, répète.
If I just so the thing you want to say is, for sure, holding nodes will bring rewards continuously, even though they will reduce over time because of sustainability issues. But just to bounce on the soldier protocol thing, as we plan to create a big DeFi structure, we also plan to produce diversified dApps and protocols, such as, for example, it could be a launchpad, it could be whatever. Like, we have a lot of ideas, and we plan to create more and more dApps, which will all be under the same name, Soldier Protocol. And so having an army, a node, basically will enable you to access these projects maybe earlier. Maybe you'll have a whitelist, maybe you'll be able to buy tokens at a cheaper price, etc. So having nodes, having armies will always be beneficial to the user, not only on the soldier nodes dApp. Okay.
And the other question I have for you is, seeing as the armies are NFTs, is there going to be a marketplace if somebody wanted to stop playing? They don't want to do this anymore. Is there going to be a marketplace where we'd be able to sell off our armies?
Yes, of course. Currently, people are able to trade on whatever NFT marketplace on Avalanche.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can. For example, on NF Trade, I think we made more than 120 AVAX volume Yeah, so people are currently already trading their NFTs. But the ultimate goal is to make our own marketplace. Yeah, of course. That is in our plans.
And absolutely, I mean, that would make sense with using ammo and being able to purchase additional NFTs to strengthen your army or provide them more utility. Yes.
That's the idea behind everything. Yeah.
All right. And do you plan on having, I guess you may have answered this already, but do you plan on having a maximum number of armies that you can have per wallet?
This is a semi-fake fake solution, because if our nodes are like your nodes are NFTs, if you have a caps of 100 nodes per wallet, if you want to buy 200 nodes, just you need to have 2 wallets, and we can do that. We make a vote or like our DAO, like DAO, DAO proposition. But we think it's a fake solution. But yes, we make a vote for listen to the community.
Yeah. So basically, if the community wants to have a maxed amount of nodes per wallet, then yes, we will implement that solution. But what he wanted to say is that we see that as not the most efficient way to store things. Yeah, as people could just make several wallets and hold more armies.
Right, which could have been the issue with, to be honest, with your first reward structure reduction, where someone could have made 100 wallets if they wanted to, and had one army in each, and now they're gaining one soldier token on every single one. You know, but I suppose a lot of the issue comes with other protocols. We're having 100 maximum or 200 or whatever it would be is maybe not so much for the protocol itself, but for the claiming aspect of things. I've known a lot of projects having issues with gas and claiming when you're claiming from that many different nodes. Is there not an issue with claiming from that many armies right now? If you had 100 or 1,000, I mean, is the experience still the same? You know, are people able to claim and not have any issues as opposed to someone with one? Or have you not noticed that?
So I'll make the translation for the colonel.
Okay.
Donc ce qui veut dire, c'est que le fait que nous on capte pas le nombre d'armées, est-ce que en fait le fait par exemple de hold 100 armées, est-ce que ça crée plus de gas fees par exemple que si t'en holdais 1 pour claim, etc. Enfin, est-ce que ça nuit à l'expérience utilisateur d'avoir plus de nodes et du coup d'avoir plus de gas fees pour claim?
Okay, I didn't have answer now, but I looked at interesting question. I didn't think to that. Sorry, but I looked at in afternoon, and I tried to make an answer if I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, good question. I didn't think to that.
Yeah, and that's what this is for, right? We ask the questions and we try to figure out, because we want to make everything the best experience possible. We want to see projects grow and get over those hurdles or speed bumps. And then I just one final question. This was a community question, but have you guys had any or given any consideration into joining the Union of Transparency with projects like Thor and Power?
Oh yeah, actually we are in contact with Thor. Yeah, we are in contact with them. Currently, we kind of not suspended, but we planned it for later because we have to release V2. We had to release V2.1. We have to release the play to earn, etc. So we have a lot of things on the table right now. But we are still planning to collaborate with them as we know that they are genuinely helping legit protocols, legit teams. They could help us audit our smart contracts. And yeah, it will definitely be beneficial to collaborate with them. And yes, we plan to join their Union of Transparency.
Awesome. I think the community is going to be really excited to hear that.
Yeah.
So, just one final thing to follow up, and then I'll leave the floor to you guys. But that's all the questions that I have, and I pulled a lot of our questions from our Cryptonaires community. But I think what would be really great is maybe in the future, we're able to do another one of these. And even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes to bring you on every Monday through Friday, a couple of our ladies with the Cryptonaires team, they do a stream on YouTube. And I'd love to bring you guys on the stream and have them, talk to you about how the project is going and, kind of what's the next steps. And maybe, maybe after the new year, it gives you guys the opportunity to, launch the things that you want to launch and get those things that we discussed today out there. And then maybe we can follow up and get you on the show and talk a couple minutes about, how the project is going.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect actually. Yeah.
Yes. And just before we get this aimer, comment est-ce qu'on peut dire du coup à propos du Launchpad, comment est-ce qu'on peut l'annoncer?
Alors, dis-moi en français, je traduis.
Okay.
So he has another thing to add.
Sure.
Du coup, là, notre objectif durant cette semaine, c'est de fixer les bugs d'issue, sortir le premier jeu et commencer à sortir un Launchpad, en gros.
Est-ce que j'explique ce que le Launchpad va faire? Introduire les autres projets.
Ouais, bien sûr, c'est le seul
All right. So, just to finish.
Dis qu'on a oublié de parler de ça, donc on a oublié de le mentionner.
Yeah, because we forgot to mention it. So, just to finish before leaving. So, this week, we plan first to release the place to earn, of course, to fix the last UI issues, the last few bugs on the website. And we also plan to release release our new project, which is our own Launchpad, which will be the second project of Soldier Protocol, basically. So what will our Launchpad be? It will simply be a way for new nodes, forks, new projects, new small projects, new teams that want to launch. It will help them to gain visibility. And to basically we will just host their pre-sales. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
So that's the first way we want to diversify our services.
Very cool. Very cool. Is there anything else you guys want to add about, maybe I didn't ask a question, but you wanted to share it with us?
I think that's it. That's it for me, but I'll just ask Nicolo if he has some more things to add. Est-ce que tu as d'autres choses à ajouter?
No, just thanks for the explanation. It's very. I like this experience. It's good. And,
yeah, it's the first AMA we are participating in actually, and at least for me. And thank you very much for having us here. It was a pleasure. It's always a good experience.
And I want to really thank all mods on our Discord, because we didn't have the time to be moderation with a lot of we have issues, we have features and other project. But very thank you to the mods for her work. Really.
Yeah, our mods are currently doing an awesome job. They work 14 hours a day for us, and we didn't have enough time to thank them. So we hope that, we just wanted to thank them. Thank you very much for having us here.
And thanks to Alex, our main developers, and thanks to Talam, our graphist. Really thanks.
Yeah, they were doing an awesome job. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, thanks guys for coming on, and I think maybe following up with you guys on another stream in the new year to see how this project is going, to see how the Launchpad is going. I think that would be a phenomenal start. We can continue this relationship.
I hope to.
Yeah, we hope so. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.